Lululemon was originally founded by Chip Wilson in Vancouver, Canada in 1998. The original idea for the company developed as Chip began taking yoga classes a few years before. Originally, he owned a surf and snowboard company, so this would be a new market to him. As he continued on with his yoga classes, however, he noticed flaws in the athletic wear designed for yoga as the material did not hold up well. Right then, he started his own yoga studio that he turned into a design studio during the days. This became their first store, and later their ideas grew into more than just athletic wear store, and it became a place to help with promoting healthy lifestyles and supplying the athletic wear for it. Some of the internal strengths that Lululemon has are their reinvestment strategies, both with their employees and their brand. In 2008, they reinvested $3.7 million to train employees. This training ranged from new hire training skills to skills-based training. In terms of their brand, they have developed the strategy of allowing franchise owners to customize stores to allow for adaptation to the culture they are in. Another internal strength came from the leadership. The transition to Christine Day as CEO was not the smoothest, as the company was in rough shape, but she was up for the task, becoming a role model in the eyes of those below her. As far as some of the internal weaknesses, this mostly has to do with previous leadership and rapid expansion. This led to poor real estate decisions that drained the company's financials for years. It also led to multiple different inventory problems, whether that be running out of inventory in some stores or having an excess in others. The external environment for Lululemon can be broken down into two parts, the macro and the micro environments. Their micro factors consist of suppliers, consumers, and marketers. They partner only with suppliers that specialize in innovative technologies that are willing to have good environmental practices. They also perform quarterly performance reviews on their suppliers to ensure they are working up to standards, so there will be no inventory hiccups as seen in the past. Consumers are in the microenvironment due to the direct impact they have on the success of the company. Keeping them happy and buying more products will impact the business positively. The macro side of things are more general factors that Lululemon has no control over, such as economic and political changes. For example, when Christine Day took over in 2008, the economy was in a downturn, and despite their efforts, sales continued to drop.
First, I will be going over the SWOT analysis of Lululemon. First, we'll start with strengths. So for strengths, number one, they have great brand recognition. Whenever someone sees the Lululemon logo, they seem to recognize it and they understand that it's a good quality product, which the quality is another huge strength, is that the quality of their apparel seems to be top notch. Brand loyalty is another big one where customers tend to come back and stay loyal to the brand. Their weaknesses, first, it includes former CEO Chip Wilson, who is known for making outrageous remarks about that included racist remarks and different things onto why he even named Lululemon to what it is. And another weakness is the pricing of Lululemon. It tends to be a very pricey apparel. Opportunities, they could sponsor a pro sports team, similar like we see in the NBA with, for example, the Celtics are sponsored by Vistaprint. They could definitely expand their athletic gear as well, and they could also expand to overseas more so, and maybe open up some pop-up shops and things like that. For threats, there's a lot of cheaper options out there that people can go and buy. And then Under Armour, Adidas, Nike, all those brands also pose a threat. Next, I will be going over the kind of corporate level strategy that is pushed by Lululemon. So first, the options are limited to clothing options. So that's their strategy, is to have kind of a limited supply for customers to buy. And the apparel and equipment, it's a big focus in fitness and yoga as well. And their marketing really focuses on diversity and people from all different sorts of backgrounds and things like that, and people who all look different as well, which of course during this time with America, it's a very important thing to have a company that supports everyone. Lululemon has also seemed to have gotten a big advantage by having more of a focused market in what they're selling rather than companies who are also in fitness and yoga industry, but they tend to venture off into having multiple types of products. Lastly, I will talk about the nature of a company's business level strategy. So, as I mentioned before, is that their focus is on health and fitness, and this is really, I believe, this is really set forth by company CEO Calvin McDonald, who he really emphasizes fitness and he lives a very active lifestyle, which I think really sets the tone for throughout the company. And another thing that I really like is that they stress positivity, which of course, hopefully, the positivity that is spread leads to happiness, and they are also very eco-friendly and they're community based. They want to be able to help out the community and things like that. They also offer free yoga classes to their employees, and another great benefit for employees is that they give them a monthly workout credit of $300 so that they can go sign up for a gym. They could take extra yoga classes. They could do cycling classes, whatever they want for $300 a month. And lastly, they really emphasize a work life balance, and also they really emphasize personal growth. And overall, this is really a type of company that I personally would want to work for, and I'm sure a lot of other people would also want to work for.
Lululemon holds strong company structures and control systems, starting with vertical differentiation, which involves finding a quality to price mix that will differentiate the brand from its competitors, that appeals to enough consumers and can be profitably implemented. Lululemon holds a high price point but is known for its quality and comfort. The athleisure company holds a strict discounting strategy that differentiates them from competitors. This strategy trains their customers to expect to pay full price without any reductions, keeping their margin and brand value intact. Moving on to horizontal differentiation, this refers to distinctions in products that cannot be easily evaluated in terms of quality. This stands in contrast to vertical differentiation, where the distinctions between products are objectively measurable and are based in the product's respective level of quality. Lululemon mainly markets a lifestyle opposed to a product, and this sets them apart from their competitors. In control systems, Lululemon has specific specifications for all of their products. Fabric is chosen for sustainability, functionality, and innovation. Lululemon is constantly seeking new methods for an efficient supply chain that maximizes their efficiency on the line and reduces overall waste. Lululemon holds a personal responsibility to abide by labor force laws in regard to supply chain, with transparent efforts to eliminate human trafficking and forced labor. More can be read about this in their corporate code of business conduct and ethics. In recent news, Lee Holman, formerly Senior Vice President, has been appointed as Lululemon's Executive Vice President, Creative Director, effective immediately. In this new role, Mr. Holman will oversee both men's and women's product design and will report directly to Lululemon's current CEO, Laurent Potvin. Quoted, "Standing out requires a fierce commitment and constant innovation in functional performance. Our unwavering dedication to a singular design vision and craftsmanship has made us a global market leader in the category we've created and continue to define," end quote, said Lululemon's CEO, Laurent Potvin. Quoted, "Changes to the organizational structure, including the new role of creative director, are critical to executing upon our 10-year vision. As a result of these changes, Lululemon has eliminated the role of Chief Product Officer. All of this information ties into Lululemon's business strategy as it explicitly follows their roots and upbringing as a company." Lululemon currently operates under the Pictured Management Team. According to Forbes, Lululemon has sustained a strong demand throughout the pandemic, with revenues growing 3.5% in 3 fiscal quarters of 2020. In quarter 3, their sales were up 19%. In turn, this led to about a 15% year-to-year growth in their earnings, suggesting that their stock still has plenty of upside in the long run. The company's stock will likely continue to gain further, as it currently remains a favorite in the teenage and adult women apparel category. Further, Lululemon's focus has shifted rapidly to digital transformations due to COVID-19 and seems to be paying off. Based on this information, we believe that Lululemon will continue to reach high sales targets, a high stock price, and their 10-year vision and goals. Our team recommends that Lululemon make some changes in upper management and in their global strategies. Pop-up shops in unfamiliar territories could boost sales and open more diversity into the company. We also recommend innovations to products that caters to specific sports, expanding from yoga and other women's sports. As mentioned by Mike in his discussion of the SWOT analysis and corporate strategy options. By implementing these recommendations, we believe that Lululemon would be able to expand their customer base and create some great partnerships in the sports industry. Further, Lululemon has a lot of opportunity to expand their global strategies in reducing their carbon footprint and becoming activists for the environment, in direct correlation to the roots of yoga and its practice as a whole. This has been Anna, Mike, and Jack's case study on Lululemon. Thank you for listening.